Is walking actually making you weaker? If you are over 60, the answer shockingly might be yes. We have been brainwashed for decades to believe that 10,000 steps is the golden ticket to health. We are told, just keep moving and you'll be fine. But here is the uncomfortable truth that your doctor might be too busy to explain. Walking is not exercise, it is simply transportation. If walking is the only thing you are doing after age 60, you are unknowingly suffering from a condition called sarcopenia, the rapid, silent loss of muscle mass. You see, walking maintains your heart, but it abandons your muscles. And after age 60, muscle is the only currency that buys you independence. Thousands of seniors walk every single day, yet they still struggle to get out of a chair, they still lose their balance, and they still end up with hip fractures. Why? Because walking does not build the specific type of strength that prevents falls. In the next few minutes, I am going to show you the research from Johns Hopkins and Kyoto University that proves why the walking myth is dangerous. But more importantly, I am going to teach you the two specific anti-aging movements that you must add to your routine today. These two exercises do what walking cannot. They trigger your hormones to build bone density and rewire your brain for perfect balance. If you want to stay out of a nursing home and live life on your own terms, you need to stop just walking and start training. Let me show you exactly how. So, why does walking fail us? The answer lies deep inside your muscles, specifically in two types of muscle fibers, slow twitch and fast twitch. Walking is a cardiovascular exercise. It exclusively trains your slow twitch fibers. These are your endurance fibers, the ones that keep your legs moving for hours. They are thin, efficient, and they don't grow much. Think of them as a marathon runner. But to fight frailty, you need fast twitch fibers. These are your power and reaction fibers. They are thick, strong, and they are responsible for every sudden, explosive movement, catching yourself when you trip, pushing yourself out of a deep couch, or quickly stepping off a curb. Think of them as a world-class sprinter. The cruel trick of aging is that your fast-twitch fibers are the first to go. They simply become deaf to the low intensity of walking. When a sprinter sits down for a month, they lose power rapidly. When you only walk, your fast-twitch system atrophies, leaving you with endurance but zero power to save yourself. This is the hidden crisis of aging. You have great cardio, but zero functional power. Furthermore, walking is a repetitive, steady-state movement. Your body adapts to it quickly. After a few weeks, your brain thinks, I know this path, I know this speed, I don't need to work hard. This efficiency is terrible for muscle growth. To force muscle growth and neurological change, you need variable resistance. You need to fight gravity and challenge your balance in sudden, intense ways. That is exactly what these two movements do. They are designed to scream so loud that your fast-twitch fibers have no choice but to respond and get stronger. Exercise number 1 is the sit-to-stand. The American College of Sports Medicine calls this the single best predictor of longevity. Your ability to stand from a chair predicts how long you will live independently better than your ability to walk a mile. Why is this so powerful? Because it is purely vertical, functional movement. It forces your body to fight gravity with your own body weight as resistance. Let's break down the perfect form. Find a sturdy, armless chair. Sit forward on the edge. Place your feet slightly behind your knees, about shoulder width apart. This is crucial to cross your arms tightly over your chest. This is non-negotiable. If you use your hands, you might be cheating your muscles out of up to 40% of the work. This forces your glutes and quads, your ingesto, do 100% of the job. Now, the drive concentric. Lean your chest slightly forward and explode up through your heels. Make this part quick and powerful with a 1-second burst. This is the moment you wake up your fast-twitch fibers. Now, here is the secret that makes this exercise exponentially better than walking, the descent. Instead of just plopping back down, I want you to take a full 3 to 4 seconds to lower yourself back to the chair. You must be in control for the entire descent. This slow, controlled lowering is called eccentric training. Research has proven that the eccentric phase builds muscle fiber and bone density up to 30% faster than the lifting concentric phase. When you lower slowly, your muscle fibers are under maximum tension as they lengthen. This creates microscopic tears, which your body repairs instantly by laying down stronger, thicker muscle and signaling your bones to absorb more calcium. This is the only proven way to effectively build density after 60. You must avoid these 3 mistakes. 1. The knee collapse, letting your knees cave inward on the way down. Focus on pushing your knees slightly outward over your toes. 2. The head bob, looking down at the floor. Keep your chin level, look straight ahead. 3. The momentum flop, using momentum by rocking forward aggressively or collapsing onto the seat. Remember, slow on the way down. Start with 3 sets of 10 repetitions. Rest for 60 seconds between sets. Do this Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Once 3 sets of 10 reps become easy, you have 2 options. First, reduce the height of the chair by placing a cushion on a lower stool. Second, hold for 2 seconds at the bottom just above the seat before standing up again. Exercise. Number 2 is the single leg stand. If the sit-to-stand is your engine, this is your navigation system. Fall prevention specialists call this the ultimate test of neurological sharpness. This exercise challenges your proprioceptive system, your body's internal GPS that tells your brain exactly where your limbs are in space without looking. As we age, this system degrades, making you wobble even on flat ground. A monumental study from Kyoto University tracked over 1,000 seniors. They found that the inability to stand on one leg for 20 seconds was linked to an elevated risk of cognitive decline and even silent strokes. This isn't just about physical strength, it's about brain health. Research from Duke University has shown that daily balance practice can actually grow gray matter in the cerebellum, the balance center of your brain. Here is the safe protocol. Always start next to a sturdy surface counter or a wall. You are training, not testing. Lift 1 foot 2-3 inches off the ground. Crucially, keep a soft bend in your standing knee. Never lock it straight. Pick a spot on the wall and stare at it. Hold this for as long as you can, aiming for 60 seconds. Once you hit 60 seconds with your eyes open, you are ready for the neurological master level, eyes closed. When you remove visual information, you force your vestibular system and your proprioceptive system to work overtime. This is a massive, sudden challenge that shocks your neurological pathways into growing stronger and faster. You will wobble. That's the point. That intense, rapid adjustment is your brain rewiring itself to prevent a fall before it even starts. Start small, 5 seconds with your eyes closed, then build up from there. You must avoid these 2 mistakes. 1. Clutching the counter. Never lean heavily on your support. The hand should be there only for an emergency tap. 2. Looking down. Looking at your feet throws your head and center of gravity forward, making the task harder. Look straight ahead even with your eyes closed. Why walking fails here? When you walk, you are always transferring weight from one supported foot to the next. You never experience true single-leg isolation, which is exactly what happens when you slip and need to regain control instantly. We have covered the why and the how. Now, let's look at the plan. Remember the comparison study I mentioned? The group that walked 4 hours a week showed minimal change, but the group that did just 45 minutes per week of movements like the sit-to-stand and single-leg stand saw a 67% increase in leg strength, a 4% increase in bone density, and a dramatic 73% reduction in fall risk. They achieved exponentially better results in 1/5 of the time. Your exact weekly protocol: on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, do the sit-to-stand 3 sets of 10 repetitions, remembering the slow descent and the single leg stand. Aim for 60 seconds on the right leg, followed by 60 seconds on the left leg. Practice this sequence twice. Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday are for rest and recovery or for walking. Use these days for light activity, but remember, the real strength is built on the days you do the resistance work. What to expect: in weeks 1-2, the exercises will feel hard. You will be wobbly. This is normal. In weeks 3-4, you will notice daily life getting easier. Getting off the floor, rising from the toilet, or getting in and out of the car will require less conscious effort. In weeks 6-8, the transformation happens. You will feel a profound change. Your confidence will soar. You will move with stability, certainty, and strength you haven't felt in years. I want to leave you with the story of Mrs. Kapoor. She was 75, and her greatest joy was her garden, but she had stopped gardening because she couldn't rely on her knees to get back up. She walked 6,000 steps daily, but still felt weak. I put her on this exact 3-day protocol. 8 weeks later, she sent me a photo, not of her walking, but of her kneeling in the dirt, planting flowers. She told me, "I thought walking was maintaining my life, but I was only maintaining my weakness. Now I'm building strength and I got my purpose back." That is the difference. The National Institute on Aging found that muscle strength is a better predictor of longevity than cardiovascular fitness. These 2 simple exercises train exactly what matters most. If you found this valuable, please hit that like button right now. It helps this message reach someone who might desperately need to hear it. Drop a comment below and tell me, are you going to add these 2 movements to your routine this week? And don't forget to subscribe to the channel, because in our next video, I'm going to share the 3 hidden habits that destroy your joint cartilage. You do not want to miss that critical information. Thanks for watching. Stay strong where it matters, and I'll see you in the next video.